waves crash on the beach of an endless sea. In them you hear a voice, a beckoning lure you have heard so many times before. It is the song of the horizon. She calls to you. She sings of endless wonders and untold horrors, of golden promises and dire warnings, and you know her song. It has always been there. Listen, can you hear it? The wind is in your favor, the tide is rising, the sea is yours for the taking, and your ship awaits. Fair winds and following seas, brave mariner. May fortune find you when the horizon calls.
Ahoy and welcome everybody. Welcome to Horizon's Call. I am Derek Sword. I use he, him pronouns. I am your GM for this game and minigames here on Sword and Key, as I am the sword half of Sword and Key, and I'm joined, as always, by these very lovely people that you see here. People who I will have speak for themselves, introduce themselves and their characters here momentarily. But before all that, I do want to say a couple of things. Right up at the top, this is a Sword and Key stream. If you want to find all the Sword and Key stuff, you can do that at beacons.ai/Sword and Key, all one word. You can find our socials there. You can join our Discord, hang out with cool people, talk about games like this, or honestly, really anything you want. You can see our affiliate ships, like Hit Point Press or Eldritch Foundry. Get some discounts for yourself in this post-holiday season. You can also find our ongoing philanthropic endeavors and put your money towards a great cause. And speaking of great causes, we're one of those, kind of. We're not as great as some of the philanthropies out there, but I think we're pretty good. Here on Sword and Key, at least for the time being, we are still using Pally.gg, as we do not break even for this game, Horizon's Call, or for any of our games, really. So we would really love to pay our players, and that's where you come in. Pally, for, again, the time being, as we will need to find a replacement for it soon, as it's no longer being supported. But at least for now, you can tip our cast and crew, all of whom are the same people you see before you, and anything that you are generous and willing enough to tip to show a little bit of financial appreciation and support gets evenly distributed based on shares to, again, these lovely people here. So if you have an extra $5 sitting around, hey, there's 5 of us. We each get $1. It's appreciated. And if you do that, you can also impact our game. You can give crits, you can give advantages, you can give black spots, which are complications, and Lord knows I love a good complication. I love complications so much, I can barely even say the word sometimes. All that said, let's go ahead and go around, have these lovely people say something about themselves. Mare, if you don't mind starting us out.
Hi, I'm Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and I am playing your amazing Soul Knife Rogue, Star Druid, Centaur, Acacia, who just wants to be out of the plane of fire right now. It's hot, it's sweaty, we've had a lot of bad luck. And we just killed Marcus's dad.
Yeah, a lot of bummers in the plane of fire. Go figure. Go figure, not a vacation. Next up we have Eva.
Hi, hello, it's me, Eva. My pronouns are she, her, and today I am playing Winnie, your alchemical artificer, kind of a baby bard.
Baby bard.
Yeah.
That's fun. It's a fun phrase. And you're accompanied by
Little Jeffrey. The little shark boy, homunculus.
Mm-hmm. Yep, looks just like 14-year-old Taylor Lautner. Shark Boy. Everybody remember that movie, Shark Boy, Lava Girl?
It's good.
I sure don't.
It's a great movie.
Is it? I'm not sure. I have no idea how well
it's
that
a
holds
great
up.
movie, and if you haven't seen the movie with like their daughter, and it's so good. The daughter's not the main character, but it's still pretty good.
I never saw that movie as a kid. It was a Hail Mary reference to begin with. But
Can we add Shark Boy and Lava Girl to the watch list for Friday nights now?
Sure. Hey, hang out on Discord. We do movie nights. Apparently, we're watching Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I saw a clip of it from the 3D version. Pretty bad.
Let's add the whole Spy Kids franchise to it as well.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do that all in one night.
Let's fucking go.
Next up, Mikyl.
Hi fam, I'm Mikyl, he, him pronouns. I'm playing Proximus with the same pronouns. Your Triton Shadow Sorcerer, Oath of the Guardian Paladin, Horizon's Call Homebrew Oath.
And
Kind of a
special
shark boy, more of a dolphin boy. He's got
Kind of
like
a shark.
fins for hair. It's kind of
Yeah.
it's a fun time.
really smooth.
Yeah, very smooth
Yeah, it
skin.
doesn't have that like that rough, like sandpapery shark skin. Yeah.
Right.
Just a smooth dolphin boy.
Yeah.
As thank you as always to Mikyl for the artwork that you can see on the screen here, on many of our promotional materials for lots of our games, as well as again on our Discord, where you can see Proximus's dolphin smooth ass in several of Mykyl's artwork pieces. He has a special channel, you can view all of it there.
Drawing clothes is just extra, you know what I mean?
It
The
really-
special
Extra
channel
work.
is for Michael's
much work.
art, not just proxy.
Not Proximus.
Like,
We can make a thread for Proximus's ass, though.
Oh,
I'm surprised we don't
gosh.
have an emote, and I'm working on it now. While I do that, Kaila,
we did. Kayla made
I
one.
made one.
did you? Did we have?
Yeah.
I think
one?
so.
Sorry.
I think so.
I'll-
Sorry.
I'll
Why don't
find
we
it.
ever
I was
use it as
doing-
my-
The public of service.
Scrolling. I'm scrolling. Okay. It never got uploaded, so I'm going to do that. Okay.
Thank you.
Kayla, go ahead.
Hang on a second. I lost
I-
Kayla's video for some reason.
I'm gone. I can make all the obscene gestures and no one will know.
Huh.
Well, while Kayla makes obscene gestures, can we still hear Kayla?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think so. My video doesn't want to work today.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, she came on then left.
Did she?
I keep
Yep.
blipping in and out.
How? Why? OBS.
When in doubt, make a new window.
Oh, that's what I was gonna do. You're there now, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not touching anything.
Okay.
I'm not touching anything.
Quick, lock the scenes. Lock everything in
It's-
OBS.
Oh, no. Nope, gone
I
again.
know when it's in properties, she's there. Okay. We're gonna go here. I know what we're gonna do.
I'll just be the voice of God
We're-
today.
Nope.
Always good.
Okay. It's fine.
Then I disappeared for a second.
I was like, I'll just go to the map where everyone's fine, and then
Nope. Wait.
Nope. so.
Wait.
Okay.
You don't need my face for the intro. You all know what I look like.
Shit.
Hi, hello. My name is Kaila. I play our Siren Storm sorcerer, Scarlett Shores, who is full of regrets and uses she/her pronouns, like myself.
Beautiful.
It's hilarious that
Um,
you're there when I open studio mode.
So weird.
It's fine. I'm fixing it. I think.
Okay. While you're doing that, let's go ahead and jump into things. We do have a recap. Mare, I believe it is you. So the floor is yours.
My recap is going to be really quick.
That's fine.
Last session, we finished up the combat against the fire giants, the rest of Barbax's men, who mostly were just fleeing. And then we murdered Barback, and we're kind of picking up at the end right there. That's really about it. It was really cool. I'm now a giant-sized horse.
Mhm.
We're not looking too great. That's really it.
That's okay. Yes, that is accurate. And while we, I don't need you right there. There we go. Okay. While we pick up with you all in the elemental plane of fire, literally post combat, you are semicircle around the pile of ashes that once was Marcus's father, Barback. Looking down at kind of that hot wind that's cutting through the elemental plane of fire. The ashes kind of begin to scatter slightly a little bit. His possessions having dropped to the ground. The clothing that he wore, a few magical items as well. Which I did list the magical items that you all would recover from this fight. I believe those have already been dealt out. It's silent here. The fire giant that was running for that portal to the north of your combat area, this archway, has passed through that, and with passing through passing over that threshold, that portal has also disappeared, showing beyond it now just more of the sea of fire. The Azer have ceased the pounding on their shields, and it's kind of just that hot wind again, just cutting through. You also all realize at this moment, a moment of emotional weight, for if none other than your first mate. Perhaps some of you are feeling a bit as well. Um, you also begin to feel a little crispiness on your skin as you realize that your potions of fire resistance have worn off mid combat. We didn't really deal with it in combat, but at this point, I would recommend to you all that you do something to abate that.
I'm yelling over my shoulder as I start trotting towards the big ice box. I'm gonna go cool off in there, but I do have 3 fire resistance potions on me, which does not help the 4th person in our party. So for right now, I'm gonna go chill over there until we figure out what we want to do with them. So if you want a potion, hi, I have them. Trot, 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 trot.
I think I am going to probably take a nap in there also.
Short rest in the icebox.
Yeah.
Winnie, are you able to like whip up one fire resistant potion, or I don't know?
No, it's fine.
LOL, I don't know.
Because I'm gonna grab the chain from the pile of barback ash. I just need 30 minutes.
In front of your boyfriend?
Look,
Winnie's just gonna like.
there comes a time when
around
it's
his shoulder.
necessity over.
Wait,
Let's
do you
go
still
for a
have
little walk.
do you still have like the little blanket jacket still?
The poncho, yes. I have not let go of that poncho.
Oh, so then you don't need it.
I think the poncho helped, but I don't think it was like the same as a fire resistance.
Right.
Because you didn't take one. Because you had the poncho.
I'm pretty sure the poncho gives you a fire resistance.
Oh,
Yeah.
well.
It's not fire immunity, but it is at least resistance.
Okay, well then I still have that.
I probably don't go into the ice box because I'm now 15 by 15 foot square, but I'm
pretty big.
But I'm gonna be like close enough to the point where I'm like
You're sticking your face in.
Oh,
it's like standing in front of the freezer where it's just radiating out at you.
this is
Because you did say the ice, the metal did radiate cold, so.
Do you see that there was one on one of the ships? It was carrying the Telexicotl, which is about your size, and the Telexicotl is kind of just like looking and like pointing back at you, like, I don't know.
I mumbled, I wonder if I can talk to that thing.
Wow.
You sound like. Hold on. Do I have any level 1 spell slots left? I do not.
No.
I don't even have Speak with Animals prepared. I can't even cast it as a ritual. It's fine.
Aww.
But yeah, I'm gonna just plop my body down in front of like near the ice box to cool off, and then I'll if anyone else comes to get a fire resistance potion, I'll hand it off to them.
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yeah, I'll take one, and then I will lean up against you know, like when you stick your face on something cold, like a cold door, and just stick my face on. Oh,
We're all just laying,
yeah.
starfished on the side of these fucking ice boxes.
Scarlett, do you want one?
No, I'm good. I'm still
right.
gonna put the chain on.
Oh yeah, I just meant like
Alright.
I don't know if you need to.
And profusely apologize via telepathically.
Yeah,
My
for a
boyfriend.
second as you get naked in front of your boyfriend, like taking your own armor off, and then not completely. I'm just kidding.
I
Give me
will
that
also
face.
take the last fire
I mean,
resistance potion, so we're covered.
If he can make use of the armor, he can have those up for armor. We can trade back and forth.
Yeah, you can. I will
think
see
it's
if that
worse.
does better for him.
It does
but,
not.
I'm not gonna take my potion until we're done lounging in the icebox, though. Just
Yes,
to-
yeah.
yeah. I don't think we're here too long, but
Yeah, so as you all are heading towards these cold boxes, absolutely these boxes that still have a number of dwarves in them. Most of the Azer have been kind of awakened from their dormant states, and are donning their armor once again. They've gotten their weapons back. They've also rounded up all of the Jan sailors, as well as a couple of the Efreet who also were captaining the other ships. So you can see that there's three other Efreet who have all surrendered, and then about 100 Jan that have all surrendered as well. And so you have the Tlexcatl, you have the Azer King, who have all kind of run them up in a circle. They're all kind of like, just kind of sitting. They're not like, hands behind their head or anything like that, but their weapons have been taken from them. And as you all go strolling in past the dwarves, you see that the Azer King comes walking over to you all as well. And you all hit the cold. You hear it as you're kind of cooling off in here. It's like it's almost like you can instantly see your breath, and there's a slight like shock to your system. Nothing mechanically, but you feel that intense change of atmosphere as you pass into this magical difference. And yeah, he walks over. Thank you again for saving my people. Again, I hope you know that the former kingdom of Havelrook, the Azer of the Sacred Forge, are forever indebted to you all. And I hope this doesn't come off the right or the wrong way, but you all look like absolute shite. So I'm going to
Don't
let you
apologize
all.
for the truth.
Fair enough. I will let you all rest, and we will continue our journey to the Sacred Forge. If you would like to come topside, these boxes will not be locked anymore, but do ensure that you try to keep them closed, at least for the security of the other dwarves inside, until we can ensure their transition to a more metallic way of life.
How are you going to get to the forge?
He gestures to the ship around you. We have ships now, it seems.
How are you going to sail them?
My men should be able to manage their way. Unless you have a suggestion. We are currently debating amongst ourselves what the fate of the Jan and other captains should be. The smugglers who would look to trade in us.
People can be persuaded to do things that you want. Especially when the person who was doing the persuading is gone. People aren't loyal to people who are dead.
Also, if you don't want to take
Especially if they're
them,
pirates.
if there's not much big of a difference in how to pilot both ships, like the ships here versus on the material, we can also give you a crash course because I don't know how much of a experience you have sailing. So
Fortunately, not much.
I didn't think so. Living under in the mountain and such before, and then here, you know what I mean.
From behind him, one of the John comes running up. He has the kind of wraps about his face with these these kind of blazing eyes, and he comes like kind of running past the guards. And by the time that he gets up to you, there's like halberds pressed against his neck and everything. And Scarlett, you would recognize this is the one that you
I
kind of like,
spared.
yeah, the one that you kind of turned mid battle. Hello. I just wanted to say it has been such an honor serving you for such a short period of time, and I am very eager to continue to do so. And please stop stabbing me. Please stop stabbing me. It's very rude. I would love to be a new captain for an extension of your mighty navy. I have heard that you are a captain of sorts, and it is I am at your service. Is all. Ow! Please stop stabbing me. Thank you.
Do you know how to captain a ship?
Um, Sure. How hard can it be?
That did not sound very confident.
You know how to, chart this and that. You give orders here and there. You hit people from time to time when they're not doing
No.
their job.
What are your references and experience like?
I don't know what a reference is. Is that
Who can vouch for you?
Yeah.
he's dead? He's dead. He's dead. I'm sorry. Most of my friends were killed in that battle, so I have.
I'm sorry for your losses. Oh, but
Thank
also
you.
maybe they shouldn't have.
Yeah, I lean over to Winnie and
Yeah.
we are the reason why he has losses.
No, they came after us. We were just minding our own business.
We're way past
So
apologies.
let it become
Winnie.
perfectly clear, this is all Barbak's fault.
Yeah.
Fuck around,
I-
find out.
Yes, I do not disagree with any of that. All I am
What's
saying
our
is I do
next
not
ship's
have
name?
references. I'm sorry.
Our next ship's name. Let's fuck around and find out. Fafo.
Actually, though, I would like to vote for that's the next show.
Okay, so say there was a situation where you had to either save the crew or the cargo, what would you do?
How good is the cargo?
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
Okay. Well, see, I need to put it this way. I was not super comfortable with the fact that our cargo last time were literal people. So, is it people this time? Because then
No, we're
that's a big
talking like
catch-22.
like fancy like riches, like items, like
Oh, I tell the crew to fill their pockets as fast as they can and get on the lifeboats.
we still have the mind link up, right? Because Winnie's gonna say in there, I don't know, that sounds pretty on brand for us.
No, I agree.
I mean, what would we do different?
I would grab whatever's within arm's reach and then also.
And she's
fuck
gonna give
off.
this guy a thumbs up, like.
Okay. If you can manage to captain a ship, go for it.
But however, if your crew mutinies, that's on you. That's a skill issue.
I was like, you're not employed under me. I'm not paying you. This is a volunteer-like basis. We're going to get these dwarves where they're supposed to. And after that, you can go off and do whatever you want.
In the mind link, Winnie's gonna say, "Okay, let's not be too hasty. I'm not saying that we need to employ this person, although
You want connections in the plane of fire?
don't you? Like
Winnie likes making
I was
friends.
going to offer that to Payman. I wasn't going to offer it to some random person who flipped loyalties so quickly.
well, I mean, we don't have to take what he says like for granted, but like it'd still be good to have like weaselly ears to the ground. In addition to Paymon's, like, plus Paymon's kind of pricey. Like
Yeah, so
Paymon's like
soul
like
for
the
soul.
business person information. This is like word on the street, you know?
I'm not paying him.
I think my biggest question right now is this conversation is great and all, but I think my next biggest question is when are we going home? When are we
Please
leaving
soon.
the plane of fire? Because are we sticking around to make sure the dwarves get to their sacred forge? Or can we go back?
Aren't we
I can
like
send all of you back, and I can make sure that they get to the Sacred Forge.
I would like us to maybe not get separated again.
hey, what's your name? Also same.
Are you talking to the new captain?
Yeah.
The very
My name
new
is
captain.
Yazid.
Aziz?
Yazid.
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 Sorry, my brain. Yazid,
No,
what
you went full what's that movie?
Yeah.
Aziz
Fifth
Light.
Element.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Fifth Element. Thank you. Jesus.
1000%.
Oh my god.
Captain. It sounds like. Congratulations on your promotion. What was Barback paying you before?
We were receiving 10% of whatever our smuggling cut was.
Like, the whole crew was receiving 10% to split?
Mm-hmm. Split between us. Yes.
Well, that's not a very good deal.
I mean, considering the source.
No. You see,
There's
you
not
have
a
to
lot
learn to
of...
bargain.
Well, okay. I know you all are new here. You have to understand that the elemental plane of fire also plays host a lot to devils, and so there is a hesitancy to make any sort of deals here, as they often end up rather poorly in your favor. There's a lot of
That's true. That's why you
litigation.
need someone who, like, can drive a hard bargain. And
advocate?
devils love deals. They just don't like getting screwed over. They like to screw
Okay.
other people over. But
That's what they're afraid of, Winnie.
yeah. So, how about as part of our elemental plane of fire branch,
The what?
it's fine, it's fine.
Why are you offering this? This is in the mind link. Just what are you offering?
We're gonna discuss final terms later.
I think we
Jesus
should probably
Christ,
be
Winnie.
talking to the Azer about this.
Yeah, that's why we're
to-
not like finalizing. Oh, we have to stay in touch with the Azer. Like,
No, I meant like
Trust
you think
it.
one Jun is gonna just take what, the whole ship?
oh no,
No,
He's got no
like
one to
I
work
think
for him.
I think we're better off talking with the Azer and giving them the ships. I don't know why he's captain. He's not gonna last long.
He's got pluck.
We just need someone to get them to the Sacred Forge, and what happens afterwards, I don't really care.
Same.
Like, they need to work together, like the Azer maybe, but the dwarves aren't sailors. And no sailor is gonna listen to a captain who isn't also a sailor.
That's why I offered us giving the Azer a crash course on how to use a ship.
I was just going to captain one of these ships there.
Maybe yes.
But
Let's
there's
do
like
that.
5 ships. 4 ships.
Uh,
Every ship needs a captain.
you're all looking at each other and kind of making faces like you're having a conversation. Would you like me to grab the other captains? We could have a little.
Oh, did others survive? Did other captains survive?
Yes. I believe all of the other captains were just taken hostage.
Oh, that changes a lot, actually.
Yeah, go get them.
Of course. And he like pushes back the halberds from his neck and goes running off and returns shortly afterwards with 3 Efreet and, as far as you can tell, a human that doesn't read is fully human. I'm just gonna leave it at that. There's a human that's like, "Hi, my name's Bill." Like, right, like, but in the elemental plane of fire, no sweat, no, like the skin has like a weird kind of texture to it. There's something off about this person. Just you're high
Little
enough
Jeffrey's
level to
gonna
know when a
circle
person's
him.
not a person.
Curiously, non-threateningly. In as
Can
much as-
can I use my divine sense?
Sure. Remind me what divine sense picks up.
Anything celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet.
You're picking up on Paimon as well as Shiv, and you're definitely picking up that there's a couple other like lower tier devils that are amongst the crew,
Mhm.
but this individual does not ping for any of those.
Interesting.
I agree that we probably shouldn't split up again because we don't really know who or what else is around here, and we don't really know what's waiting for the Azer at the Sacred Forge either. I do want to
Hey.
get home.
No, but
I-
give me enough time and I can just pop myself out of here.
I kind of want to make sure that they get
Yeah.
there okay, since
Yeah.
this whole thing happened. We thought they were in good hands.
That way you
hey,
don't have
first
to
time.
pop
This
out
is the
on them and leave them to their deaths.
Captains, how far from here to the Sacred Forge?
So at this point, you see, is definitely quiet as he has not charted anything. But the human, I should note this is a woman, darker skin, black hair. Like I said, there's kind of like a strange glow to her eyes. She steps forward. To the sacred forge, we are relatively close. This should be only a few hours, really. We are. It was this whole course was meant to be um, an illusion of sorts. We were meant to give confidence to the dwarves and let them think that we had arrived slightly early, but we are relatively close to the sacred forge.
Wait, like, you helped plan this?
I was given the orders the same as every other captain. Barback was not overtly secret with his captains, but Barback is dead, and so we have certain rules, guidelines, more or less. You have killed something, you keep that which you kill. I was in service to him. I am now, as I see it, in service to you.
Who did the
Should you-
final blow again on out of character? Who did the final blow on Barback? Was it
Proximus.
Proximus? Hey, Proximus, you're in charge of all of these ships.
Oh, I don't think that's a good idea. You guys are much smarter than I am.
Vice Admiral
And he
Proximus,
reminds you
under Admiral
that-
Scarlett.
I just slapped you on the back. Hey, good job, Captain.
Winnie salutes. Slappy
Let
salute.
let the fishman be in charge of the fire pirate.
-1 intelligence modifier.
You're so
Not about intelligence, about
charismatic.
charisma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just gotta
She-
sell
she-
it.
Then
I
looks
job,
got
buddy.
this. Yes.
She pulls a very wide, like curved blade from her belt and kind of hands it to you, handle first, and then presses like the blade against her heart. My life is yours. Then, should you wish to take it, set me free, or continue my service.
A little dramatic.
Oh, I put the blade on both shoulders and thank you. And
Knighting a pirate.
this is the only way that he knows. Welcome to the ship. Okay. Do you want this back? I'm confused.
It
I have
is
no need
yours
for this
if you
sword.
want to keep it, but I
Mhm.
would like it back.
He flips it back around and hands it to her. This is a handshake will do, I think. Yeah.
I think the plan is y'all are gonna bring the dwarves to the actual forge. We're all gonna accompany and make sure they get there, and then I don't know, figure everything else out on the way.
Fair enough. Then we shall prepare our ships. They were not severely damaged. However, a couple of them were run upon rocks somehow.
Sorry about that.
Yes, I would have done the same thing. Would I do the same thing? All is well. We will prepare to sail within the hour.
I'm sorry. I was a little I was on a different ship on the way here, I think. I'm Winnie. Who are you?
I am Salazara. I am captain of the Ruby Wish.
So one ship is missing its prior captain.
Yes.
Okay. I have a good idea in the mind link. Why don't we send Yazid with Salzara and have Salzara kind of like vet him? And then Scarlett and Proximus, you can run the other ship that lost its captain on the way to the Sacred Forge.
Sounds good. Salazar, what is the name of your ship again?
The Ruby Wish.
Is there a story behind that name? And then he just like, as she's going back to the ship, he'll walk her back. I just want to hear the story of the the name
Yeah.
of the ship and where it came from.
I think we've lost him.
Well, it was nice to know him.
He can.
We had a
he
good
can
run.
handle.
Go
He
out
can
in the
handle
best in
himself.
the good way. It's fine.
Yeah.
I can still hear you in my brain.
Can't hear anything. Go off.
No.
Shoo shoo.
Goodbye, Proximus.
It was
So,
nice knowing you.
Oh, what are your
Going to
plans?
eat you alive.
You see
Proximus-
behind his back, he's flipping you off.
Give me an
Uh,
insight check real quick as you ask about her story.
Hmm. Ooh. I'm proficient in that.
hell yeah.
+6. A dirty 20.
You ask about the name of the ship, and her eyes light up. She grins, and you notice that a lot of her teeth are slightly sharper than a human's might be. And then as she like steps out into the light, you also notice that like while her skin does have like that very soft kind of like deep natural tan, there's a shimmer at some point where you can see scale markings. And she says, "Yes, actually, that was the moniker that was given to me back in my younger years when I had a tendency to fly around and burn things more. But
Oh. With my eye, do I see any
yes,
100%, guys?
as
Like,
you step
I got
out of
it.
that anti-magic field, and like you can see the person you're walking next to, but you can also see the like adult
Okay.
red dragon that she actually is. Like she's just polymorphed herself
Friend.
as dragons have a tendency to
One
do.
hundo.
I want her to be our contact.
Yes.
Yes.
So as Scarlett says, "Don't let her eat you alive." There is a moment where you're like, "Fuck, she might."
Okay, but smash.
Smash.
I'd let
One
her.
hun,
We'll
hundo.
party smash.
I'm yeah.
It's not a TPK. TPS.
TPS.
Yeah, 100%
I
flirting
have
with
access to the
her.
polymorph spell too. It's fine. Let's go.
Flirty, flirty, flirty. Nice smile. Winking eye. Ruby Wish. Got it.
You said her name is Salzara.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking cool, dude.
Sorry, audience.
Derek, you're the best.
Crew got completely
We do,
sidetracked
yeah.
yet again.
Quiet. Why did we get so quiet? Back at, well, I mean, as I'm walking her, then I will ask her for, do you have any maps by chance of the Sea of Fire that maybe we could have?
Certainly, it is a changing type of sea, but fortunately, we have maps that can accommodate to that. And bring you back onto the Ruby Wish. She lays out on her table, her captain's table. With you can see that there are a couple others that are kind of just like moseying around. As you've kind of given the command, like, hey, we're gonna man the ships with the John. Like the captains are taking back over. The John are starting to come back onto the ships. You notice that she has a couple of devils in as part of her officers' crew. She in particular has a spined devil that is kind of just like looming in the corner with these like long wings and kind of this pointed beak. But she lays out the map, and you can see as this map unfurls, it is like a swirling fire itself. And you can see that there are islands that are like slightly shifting, almost in like this clockwise manner, but then others are counterintuitive to that. And just like all around, it's kind of just this swirling mass of flame. You don't feel any heat coming off of it. This is definitely an illusion. But this map has some sort of permanent illusion placed on it that gives it this ability to change and adapt to the environment that it's in. So you can see as she pulls out the map and shows you we are here, and the Sacred Forge is this unmarked island just to the what will be northeast of here, if you can consider anything to be north or east in this place.
Can any being be changed from what they are to in the sacred forge? Or is it just specific beings?
I do not know. That would be a question for the Azer, I believe. As I understand it, it is a sort of spiritual flame that is something that certain beings possess within them. Why are you looking to get shorter?
No, I was just, it is something of this world that is not of ours. Being able to change a being to fit the surroundings. It doesn't happen very often. And our world has changed quite a bit. Tell her about the deluge and how many people lost their lives only because they weren't able to adapt. And it is interesting to see that in this elemental plane that there is an option for you to change and be accepted in a whole different world.
I suppose. Something tells me that there will always be those who are able to adapt and those who are not, and that is just part of life.
Mm.
Being able to adapt to change is survival, and not all are destined for survival. She like points at your eye, points at like the scars on your body, points at the weapons and the armor, and it seems that you are not born with all of this, that you have adapted. Your story probably contains more than a little change.
Yes, just only a little, probably a small fraction in comparison to you, but uh, we'll see where the winds take me, I suppose. Thank you so much. You have been very accommodating. Um, the whole life debt thing, uh, that is not something that my people do. So I don't plan on honoring that. In only if you want to keep up the facade in front of your people, your crew, at least.
Very well. She like snaps her fingers at the spine devil, and it nods at her and exits the captain's quarters. And as it closes the door, she turns to you and she says, "Perhaps I could pay you back in another way then."
Fade to black.
Oh.
Oh, say less.
Anyway, on our Discord, we have a
Okay,
joke
I'm
for
so
Michael's
sorry.
cards.
The only thing I can think of in this instant is the dragon from Shrek.
Yes. Okay, hear me out.
No, it's not hear me out.
You don't
you-
even
No,
need
it is. It's a hear me out.
You'll hear a
Oh.
lot of like wood
have to hear me
groaning
out
and
for that
creaking. One of the ships starts to like capsize.
It's
Your
not
blast
like
of
we're
fire out
looking
one of the
at
windows.
conventionally attractive like a Fiona or anything. I would say a dragon is a
Public service
some
announcement.
dragons
You
Not
don't
that
are-
have to
dragon.
be a
yeah.
bard to be known around town.
You said that's really
Boy?
high charisma.
Paladins are charisma casters too.
Did I?
Okay. On the sadder side of things, you all, the rest of you, would notice that throughout all of this, Marcus has not joined you. He has not been with your party. And I think the search for rest, reprieve, and some sort of relief from the heat of the plane of fire may have distracted you at first, but um, he is, as you look out from the ship, you can see that he has not moved from that slowly dissipating pile of ash.
Can I actually make my way towards him?
I'll say, has
Yeah.
it been long enough for me to have attuned the chain? I'm not gonna
Sure.
die.
And you can short rest then if you would like.
Yeah. I would like to make my way towards Marcus.
Okay.
And then when I get like I'm not gonna get right next to him, but like definitely within speaking distance, and I'll put my legs on the ground so I'm like a little shorter, so I'm not towering over him.
Acacia, you have perception that is just absolutely ungodly. Um, you would notice that there's periodically just like a little bit of just the briefest amount of steam will emanate from Marcus's eyes, and you realize very quickly that he is crying, but it is so hot here that the second a tear is like generated in his eye, it evaporates. And so he looks very stoic, but there is just
Yeah.
a lot of feeling on his face right now.
I'm don't know how much of a consolation this is going to be, but I'm sorry for jumping the gun on going after your dad.
You don't need to apologize for being right about something. And you were right. He was an absolute bastard.
It's not easy.
No, it's not. I mean, you get to have two amazing fathers who love and care for you, and I get to have one who would stab me in the back with a smile. And now even he's gone. And I don't know if that's better or worse than having him here. He didn't seem like somebody who could be redeemed. He'd had the opportunity to do so. And here I am, looking down at him, becoming the surname that I was given by people who wanted to insult me, and that's where he ends up. I am Marcus Ash, and he too now is Barback Ash. And there's something almost funny about that.
Is there anything I can do to help with anything?
I don't think so. It just, you know, the real fucking kicker to all of this is I have this armor given to me by a fucking devil, and it gives me the ability to speak with dead or even animate the dead, and the son of a bitch had the audacity to turn into ash. So I can't even ask him 5 God's damned questions. I can't even look at his treacherous face one last time. He's just gone.
Derek, can I do an insight check to see if Marcus would appreciate a hug or some kind of, it doesn't need to be a hug, just like a comforting hand on the shoulder or some kind, anything physical,
Sure,
basically. I don't want to overstep my bounds, so I gotta ask. I only got a 2, I got an 11.
Okay. I think with an 11 and with your knowledge of Marcus, I think this is like that is an above average, slightly above average roll. So, what I will tell you is you know that Marcus has enough pirate. I've worked with way too many pirate men for way too long, kind of machismo that he's never going to ask, but he is not going to fight a giant centaur hug.
I will start it off with just putting like a comforting like arm around the shoulder. And like if he wants to initiate that more, I'll
It's
give him
so
a hug.
big. You're so big.
I'm so big.
And as you do, that's when he just fully breaks down, and you can see that like there's like almost small clouds forming as he's
buddy.
crying, and it's just evaporating, and yeah, that little bit of physical contact was enough to send him over the edge.
Oh, my boy. Oh, I'm just gonna give him some comforts and some hugs. But let him get it out.
Yeah. And he does. The hour passes.
Yeah.
If there's anything you all would like to do in that time, feel free. Otherwise, the ships are made ready and depart, sailing for the Sacred Forge.
Short rest, short rest, short
Yes,
rest.
please enjoy your short rest.
Oh, I am still giant.
Uh,
Go ahead, Eva.
I was just gonna say you're stuck like that until you.
That one day.
If I ever get a spell slot back, I can shrink you. I would like to change my alchemist tools. But other than that, I am good.
Okay. The hours pass, and the ships all begin to arrive at the Sacred Forge. At first, it appears almost like this spire out of the sea of flame, just like this towering kind of island, until you realize that the spire itself seems to be like emanating smoke into that eternally smoky sky above you that every now and then crackles with fiery lightning. And as the ships kind of round the island, you also realize that it is conical, but also opens up at a certain point. And they all find a little bit of beach to land on, to bring the ships on land. And once again, the cold storage boxes are opened up. The John are helping the dwarves actually move along. And as the Azer, disembark and get on land, they are quickly ushering the dwarves into the Helvelrip dwarves into this massive, absolute forge. It has these swirling staircases, all this dwarven architecture, very geometric, but these swirling staircases that lead up into again this spire, which now you can see the proper side of it has Azer dwarves carved into the side of it. The mouth of it is this mouth, like yawning mouth of a dwarf with the mustache and beard, all very geometric, carved into it. The eyes glowing with the crucible of the forge within. You can hear the hammering of metal on metal, and all about you can see that there are, 3 times as many Azer as the army that came to you. And there's a very metallic applause as like metal hands are clapping on each other and cheering, and the slamming of fists on shields as guards watch. And you can see that there are some clerical Azer as well, some of like the priestly ones that are placing blessings over the Helvelrip dwarves to protect them in that short time to reach the forge. You had mentioned asking about if any wanted to stay behind, is that correct? Or if any wanted to travel to Acacia? Okay. Did you... We'll say that you did do that. Is there anything that you all wanted to do while the consenting dwarves are being ushered to the forge?
How many decide to go back to Acacia?
I'm actually going to roll for that. Because I'm a little curious about that myself.
I feel like we've probably had. Were we on the same ships? No, probably not.
Well, I probably would have stayed on the one.
Well, because they were in the icebox to keep them cool.
Because Proximus definitely did not stay with us, but I would have stuck around with everyone else. Me hearing things in the mind link.
That was a sanctioned separation.
Me hearing things in the mind link, and it immediately shuts it down.
You just drop it.
Yep.
I just immediately drop it.
Yeah.
Winnie...
Oh God, Proximus is having I hope Proximus is having fun.
Building
The foot goes
connections.
where? Yeah.
Oh, you have a tail.
Oh my god.
Oh goodness.
Winnie would like to be chatting with the dwarves who are coming back with us, and just getting an idea of who they are and what they like to do, and like
Oh my god, is the librarian coming back with us?
recommending who they
Ooh.
will want to talk to. Like, you're interested in herbalism? Well, we'll get you set up with our herbalist so and so, whose name just slipped my mind. Or oh, you like engineering? Well, Zenji's gonna be your best friend. Like, you know, kind of like.
You like books? So does this stuck-up wizard we have.
Yeah.
It's my brother.
Ask him about
I
his
can only
Yu-Gi-Oh
bring 8 willing
collection.
creatures. Just FYI.
What was that?
I can only bring 8 willing creatures.
Right, but we'll like
We can figure
not
it
you
out.
necessarily, but like we'll set up like a
Tangent's like, you like pottery? Well, I know someone who makes some truly fascinating pottery.
Yes. Yes. Erotery referenced.
Let's go.
We yeah, so like yeah, we'll bully Rollin into it, or like something. We've got other people who can, like, you know, we'll work out like a fire line or something.
Can the other Freedy plane shift some folks over?
They can.
We
Heck
can
yeah.
bully the other
Acers.
Freedy.
They all have plane shift. Yes, there are 3 Afridi. So that is 12? There are 25 dwarves that are choosing to not convert themselves to Azer. And you notice that these are, a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them are the younger resistance that you saw. Agna, the head of the resistance, Agna Ironshield, is kind of leading them. And she, you know, approaches Winnie. As much as I very much appreciate you all taking our people to safety, as I know my, well, what was as my king, he thanked you for that already, but I'm not ready to seal myself in metal for the rest of my existence. I want to go and see other parts of the world that I missed out on, and a lot of my friends here are the same. We fought for our home, and in a way, we both won and lost. And I don't really want to go out on a tie. So I'm hoping to go back and
See the
meet
stars.
some other folk like me.
You can see the stars.
You've
I hope
never
you like
seen the
water.
stars. Oh,
You can
yeah,
also
and water.
decide to lock yourself in metal on the material plane at a later date if you want anyway.
Oh, it's nice to have options. There's a few of us that are planning not to stick around here forever.
I forgot they were going to Acacia and not coming back with us.
Bench Isles.
So I would.
Well, they could come
not-
back with us if
Yeah.
they want.
Yeah, we'll pitch them whatever they want. We will
We'll
make them
taxi
comfy
them.
wherever. Integrating in a smaller society like Phoenix Landing might be easier, and then going to a place like Acacia. But we'll leave it to you. Yeah. We're happy to have you joining us on our plane. Back on our plane, I guess.
Winnie, we should make sure we get them all hats to keep the sun out of their eyes because they're not going to.
That's such a good idea.
They've been underground for a very long time.
Do you want to weave hats with me, Acacia?
You're going to have to teach me, but sure.
How hard can
Sunglasses.
We'll figure it out.
We could always just buy some. But yes, that's a super good idea. When he's gonna start a list of like a welcome basket, like welcome to the above ground. Yeah, probably even like sunglasses. They've only had like torches and lava. And when the sun comes off the water, it can be quite bright.
All right. It seems like you're having a conversation now, just the two of you. I'm going to step away then.
No, yeah, we'll help you.
Oh,
We got
okay.
you.
And if there's anything, anyone needs, like, you all kind of had to leave pretty fast, but, you know, if there's supplies, just like that folk are gonna need immediately.
I didn't think we were just gonna dump them somewhere. I figured we were gonna help integrate them back.
Oh yeah, but also like it'd be good to know like, hey, I left, you know, I was in the middle of sleeping and we got the call to evacuate, so I have like a tank top on. You know, like if I'm basically asking like, you know, if there are people who like don't have toothbrushes or whatever, like, you know, that way I can just hand someone a list when we get there instead of like,
Red crossing it. Yeah.
yeah, instead of like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, we're absolutely like, well, maybe not us specifically, but we are facilitating a proper integration with the upside.
Let's be real here. Acacia's probably definitely helping. We've had a lot of experience in dealing with refugees.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what Winnie's going to be doing, and it sounds like maybe Acacia, like, going around those 25 people and coordinating with Agna with, like, getting people's names and, like, you know...
Game plan.
Do they have, like, health concerns?
I thought you were going to say health insurance.
Oh my god, no.
Derek, where's the librarian going?
Thor is choosing to stay. Yes, as much as there is not a lot of opportunity for reading paper in the plane of fire, there's lots of things you can learn if you become a semi-immortal being made of repairable metals and whatnot. So Thor's choosing to stay.
Proximus would like to be as close as possible to the forge as they were being transformed to document.
Yes.
He has like
to that. As you begin to walk towards the forge, a couple of the Aesir put up a hand to stop you, and King Gorm comes walking over. We very much appreciate your interest in our processes, but this is a very sensitive sort of procedure, and one that we do not wish to share with the outside world. If you wish to convert, I am more than happy to get you a body that is as accommodating to your current form as possible, but this is a sacred forge, and I hope you can respect that.
I understand 100%. Yes. And I may take you up on that offer, but today is not the day for that. So I appreciate that. And hopefully the next time we meet, we can talk more about that secret forge. It just interests me. So
And I respect that as well. And as thanks for all you have done, he takes a belt that's like kind of around his chest and unsnaps it. It has this, again, very geometric dwarven face to it, and hands it to you. This was something that served me very well when I was king. It is a marker of royalty. This is a belt of dwarven kind.
Oh. Thank
I
you.
want you to have it.
Thank you so much. And good luck on your journey.
And good luck on yours.
Thank you.
I hope that you find yourself back in this plane on friendlier terms next time.
Yes. So do I.
Also, did you fuck that dragon?
I don't kiss and tell.
No, that didn't happen.
Look for the
okay.
art. Look for the art he leaves in places.
We put all of our stories in hieroglyphics around here, so just I'm trying to figure out the logistics of that, as that is an important part of the story.
For,
I
for
think the
this
real
landmark-
question is
That is
when are we-
very sacred to me. Also,
Yeah.
I don't share that.
When are we going to
information.
see more Proximus ass
for
of this scenario?
For this one, Proximus doesn't hide it in a closet. Proximus has a bunch of leaflets printed with this art and just distributes it wherever he goes.
Did you know?
Well, the last time he left it on Red Tide Rock.
Oh yeah, that's right.
My kind's sacred rock.
Speak.
Yeah,
And
yeah, you
graffiti
could
with
fly
It's
up to
sacred
the top.
Proximus smut.
Is it sacred?
Yeah.
It's kind of like an apartment building, isn't it?
No,
It is
What?
sacred
It's
to me for different reasons.
Yeah, Proximus, you can fly up to the top of this rock too. Just leave it at the highest point where like only birds can see.
He's got a type. Looking
Wings, claws, will bite.
looking around, is this a dwarven type forge?
Mm.
Like, what
Oh,
is the? Is it familiar? Because, like, again, when
Like
you
dwarven
yeah, when you spend
architecture.
a lot of time, like, she's something of a dwarven god connoisseur herself. So,
mhm. It's dwarven in design, but there is something different about it in the sense that like it's the difference of like what do I want to say, like actual Spain and then like Central America, where they're speaking different dialects of the same language. These are Azer to dwarves that they have adapted. They have created kind of a new subculture. So the design is very geometric. It uses a lot of the same, you know, language, the same runes, the same geometric architecture, but everything here also uses a lot of metal as much as it does stone. Dwarves typically, you know, are carving out of stone, but manipulation of metal is a lot easier here, as you kind of think they've built this into like a natural volcano. That's what their forge is a natural volcano, and like even the smokestack of it is kind of the natural volcano. So they've made use of the space itself. But yes, this was something that the Azer seem to have found, forged, and like formed to their new home.
dwarves came first.
Well, yeah, because the dwarves became the Azer.
Is there an Azer just like? I hate that imagery, Michael. I hate it so much.
It's a great image.
No, that has ruined my life. This has been fun. I'm out.
it's gonna happen.
Derek, I see you looking. Michael proposed a fin beard. For-
A fin
like
beard, a
like his
kelp
hair is
beard.
like fins.
It is.
Yeah, or like
it
a
is.
kelp beard or something
Makes
like
sense.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there an Azer just like loitering around, not involved in like the dwarves who are staying?
Sure. There's lots of them. There's tons of homes, all kind of like built in the side of mountain as well. So yeah, there are like citizen Azer, absolutely.
Winnie wants to be friends with everyone, but she's also not going to just like roll up to someone's house unannounced. But if there is someone just like loitering around, that's not too far from where we're talking to the dwarves who are going, she would like to just kind of sidle up to them and just, hey, hi, I'm Winnie, and I was wondering if I could ask you a quick question or two about what like you got going on here.
Yeah, you sidle up next to what is a femme presenting dwarf. She has, you know, her hair literal fire that she's kind of like blazed,
Hot.
kind of pressed back. You know, metallic body that kind of looks up at you with these, you know, fire behind the eyes, behind the
Yeah,
mouth.
she doesn't have to look too high, let's be honest.
I'm sorry, you asked her what question?
I asked what they've got going on here. Winnie does have specific questions, but like she's not gonna just rapid fire off until she knows it's okay to ask questions.
Hi, Winnie. My name's Liv. What do you mean, what do we have going on?
Is that short for Octavia?
It's not.
Oh, okay.
It's not short for anything. It's 3 letters. That's pretty short enough.
No, that's fair.
Are
I
you
mean,
calling me short? Because you're not that tall yourself.
no, I'm not. I don't think there's anything wrong with being short. It's just a descriptor.
You've got a little metal demon following you around.
Oh, it's just little Jeffrey. He would be very thrilled to be compared to a demon because he likes to be viewed as ferocious, but he's just a little buddy. Would you like to play rock, paper, scissors with him?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Do you need something?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I was wondering, you all have like a really incredible like society going on here, and I'm really sorry that we're not sticking around longer. I hope we stay in touch. That'd be super great. But I was wondering, so who was the first Azer?
I don't rightly know. I know there's been others besides us. We were not the first Azer, I suppose.
What happened to the others?
They're around here somewhere, I'm sure. There's other islands. We're not the monolith of our entire people.
No, but like you have the forge, right? Are there multiple forges?
Sure.
Oh, I didn't know that.
We're the former people of Havelrook, but we are but one among many.
But the forge was already here when you got here, right? Did you build the
No.
forge?
We had to build this forge.
Oh, that's even more impressive. Like you had a pretty impressive situation down at Havelrook, but this is something else.
We were fortunate in that when we were banished to this plane, we did not find ourselves totally alone, and perhaps that's some sort of planar magic that aligns it as such. But we were found by another group of Azer who kept us as safe as possible, but miserable all the same in this plane, but safe as far as things can be considered until we were able to finish the forge and convert ourselves. And if you're asking about the first of our kingdom, that was our King Gorn.
Sure.
Was the first, since he was going to brave the process as we were a little unsure ourselves, and he was the first of our Azer, absolutely.
Oh. So it's sacred in its process, but not its function? Like, you all built it materially.
And
So it's a sacred process.
magically.
And magically. Well, sure, but that's, I mean, for some of us, kind of
And
the same thing.
We utilize the gods of dwarves and flame throughout the entirety of it.
Yeah, I mean,
We
that
carry
makes
more
sense.
in here as much as any other dwarf.
What's your favorite thing about living here?
It's safe. There's always something to do or learn.
Winnie has immediate flashbacks to the fire giants and just sort of like shuts down.
That was a different island, right?
Yeah, but like plane of fire, like, you know. I
Yeah,
mean, she
okay,
was
so-
asking about like here, but also like thinking of
If you're talking
anywhere.
about this literal island,
Yeah.
it is as well defensible as
Oh,
possible.
no, I'm
There's giant
sure.
walls on either side,
Yeah.
and then basically a choke point where like 400 dwarves can
Winnie is
stack
still
up.
like after that fight, which was not that long ago. She's picturing like an Attack on Titan type fire giant situation, just happening anywhere at any moment. Even though they're
I
not
have
like.
to land here first, and we're
Yeah.
well defended here.
No, That's good. That's good.
Yeah, she does point up to, like, there's several, like, big Bertha-sized cannons that are all kind of pointed outwards.
I was thinking of Big Barda, and I got really distracted and confused. Winnie's just going to ask some other, like, general questions about living here, but I don't have any, like, other specifics at the moment.
Okay. Great. So as Winnie continues to interrogate this poor random woman, what would the rest of you like to do? Or would you all like to start planning how you're going to get your asses back?
We don't need to plan that. I have it. I exchanged sorcery points. I can plane shift.
Okay.
I think also bully the Ifrits.
Yeah, that also. I can make them plane shift whoever else wants to go.
You said there's 3 Ifrit?
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so we can just have the Ifrit do a bunch of the people, and we'll take the leftovers because that 8 times 3 is 24.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fine.
Okay.
Where are we going again? Did we decide where we're going back? We talked about this before we got kidnapped.
I thought the plan was to go back to Phoenix Landing.
Yeah, especially
and while we wait for
all
everyone.
of these dwarves.
Good call. Good call.
Yeah.
And you sent the ships back as well. That was your message that you sent back.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to wait for them to arrive back though.
Yeah, and we wanted a little recuperation between rings anyway.
We gotta figure out where the next rings are.
Oh, I have an idea. Do not worry.
Well, we know.
We know where they are, but we need to figure out which one we want to hit first.
I will be reaching out to people.
Do we know how many there are total? Like, are there only 2 left, or do we just know where 2 more are?
I feel like I have given you a list before. I feel like I also.
We have one up in the far north. I need to reach out to Ace about that.
Yeah. And there's one down by the broken bridge.
By the broken bridge. I plan on scrying on the broken bridge, lady.
Yeah.
But I was gonna reach out to Ace to see if they found a transportation circle. So that way we can connect it back to the one Rollins setting up.
Cool. Let me go through here. It is not just those.
But those are the ones we only know about right now.
Yes.
Yeah,
Rollin is still doing research to find the others.
He would be.
Let's see. That's not it. That's not it. Well, I know I have it in one of these documents. Duplicates. Okay. Well, while I look that up, while you you prepare your plane shift for everyone, we can say that Agna joins your group as you plan to head back.
I have 3 more slots besides us, because there's 5 of us that I'm taking, including myself. So Agna takes one of those slots. I have 2 more open slots for our group.
We have slots in our sending shell phone, right? Because I feel like we should let someone at Phoenix Landing know that we're actually like coming now, and also
coming in hot.
Now might be
Really?
weird with the time difference.
We definitely should have slots. I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Then
You're gonna tell your brother.
I was not gonna tag. I was gonna tag. Who's that? Isn't there like a matronly woman on the council?
yeah, Maddie, Mama Maddie.
Yeah, Mama Maddie. I'm gonna tag her. Love Rollin, but also
He's a fuck sometimes.
he misanthrope, is that it? He doesn't like people, so
He's very introverted.
yeah.
Good word for it. Okay. So what do you say to Mama Maddie then?
Hi, it's Winnie. We are coming back. We are teleporting back with 25 refugees need somewhere for them to go. No medical urgency. I might run that by the group first. I feel like I'm missing something super important. But that's also the first time I think I've ever counted words, not syllables. So I've got, like, a few words left.
Okay.
Does that...
I think you had 4 words left.
Yeah.
But it was, let's see.
Maybe just say we're coming from the plane of fire, from plane of
Oh, yeah.
transporting from plane
Teleporting
of fire.
from plane
Winnie,
of
go ahead
fire.
and roll me a D100.
Oh, yeah.
See if it goes through.
Yeah. All right. Do I feel lucky? Start. Stop. 17.
It goes through, as far as you can tell.
Hot diggity.
And you get a message back. Sure, Winnie will keep an eye out for you and see if we can have some accommodations for your friends. Hope things are well, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Love Mama Maddie.
Same.
She's
Winnie's gonna say see you soon, but not like how you talk to a computer. Like, she's not doing an actual sending. She's just gonna get that back and say, yep, see you soon.
Okay. So then, as your circles are gathered, the Ifrit that you've gathered as well, I will say Selzara and Yazid, since you do have 2 extra spots, decide to travel with you as the captains. And yeah, you all blink out of existence, and in moments you will just like are surrounded by flashing lights, white, all different colors of the rainbow, some colors that you couldn't even describe, colors that might be new to your irises, and you feel this rushing feeling, the feeling of like falling, but also like falling up, down, all around as you are just being spun through the planar system. And after a few moments, Winnie, go ahead and roll me a die. Roll me a d20, please.
I was like,
Are we gonna
We
see
die?
how close we
Actually,
we landed?
that is something we do need to do, right? With plane shift.
I was
I
gonna
don't
say
think
that would be a
so.
Scarlet roll because
That is a Scarlet roll. Let me see.
what am I rolling for? I rolled an 11.
I was gonna have you roll for something, but let's see.
I take it
It
back.
doesn't say anything about
Okay,
I feel
because
like
I'm
if you're
not sending
under
someone
pressure-
unwillingly.
Yeah.
you're right. If you know the spell can take you to that circle, teleportation circle. Okay, yeah, you don't need to roll anything. So yeah, that makes sense with the 11. It is nighttime as you feel yourselves stop moving, and as your eyes open to kind of this darkness all around you, suddenly all that noise, all the heat, the ambient like sound of heat and flames just crackling and licking everywhere, it's all gone. It's that constant roaring of heat is just gone to your ears, and they kind of pop for just a second as you hear the sound of waves crashing on a beach, a sound that you all have not heard for quite some time. And as you all look around, and this, you hear the sound of insects chirping in the trees, and you look to see the soft light of Phoenix landing, all of these lanterns and all of these window lights that have they're illuminated in the night, and you look out past the beach and see just this endless swath of ocean before you, all kind of dark, the moon casting down its light, and you feel sand in your toes again as you look around. The Efreet are standing above all of you, except for probably Acacia. Their fiery eyes kind of looming down. The dwarves are all looking down and kind of like, pressing on themselves to the first time they haven't like felt just overly warm at any point. You know, whether inside that cavern or inside Halvaruk or in the plane of fire, they're finally like at a normal temperature, sort of. And that's where we're going to go ahead and take our break.
Oh,
When we-
finally.
Yeah, Winnie's
Finally,
just
indeed.
crying.
How long have we been away again?
That's what we're going to
We
find
don't
out when we
know.
get back.
No, I meant like between when we left and when we got to Halvaruk.
6
Uh,
months?
Yeah.
Oh, I have that number.
All right, so I know it was less than a year. So all right, we'll figure it
Yeah.
out. Anyway, let's woo.
Well, actually,
We
real
have
quick
it.
before we go to break, Acacia, you have a high enough perception that as you're looking around, and you're kind of like taking in Phoenix Landing, you first, before anyone else, would notice that there are decorations put out, and you would quickly identify that these are the decorations that anyone would put out for Candletide. You've been gone for a long time.
In the plane of fire.
In the plane of fire, you've come back almost 5 months, 5 or 6 months after you all left into the plane of fire.
So yeah, before we go to break, you hear Acacia just
It's like
say,
almost a year.
Acacia, you hear just Acacia say, "Fuck, it's Candletide."
Yeah, we got to Halvaruk.
Wait, so that means the ships made it back before us.
Oh yeah.
Also, with your perception, you look
The
over
ships
and
are
see-
back.
I was gonna say, assuming the ships made it, but
My
yeah.
ship is here.
But they did know that there was a time dilation. We did inform people of that.
You did. Yes, you look over and see the very weather-battered,
Welcome to
the
Phoenix.
Redemption and Cross's Mercy. Cross's Mercy is lilting, even like as it's docked. It's like on its side and seems to be taking on water. As you can see, there are several cannon holes in the side of it as well. We will tackle all of that when we come back. We'll
Also
see you in
the
about 10 to
issue
15.
of
Yes,
Acacia's
Winnie.
toes.
Yeah, what toes?
Yeah, did we lose our shoes? You said toes in the sand. We were all wearing shoes.
I'm mostly referencing Proximus, I think, out of anybody.
Yeah, so we'll just say I don't have toes.
We all come back
Listen.
a little changed.
You have your toes in the water, you have your ass in the sand. There's not a worry in the world.
And we're gonna go to break now. Goodbye.
We'll be back in about 10 to 15. Take care of yourself, do the things, pet your pets. Take advantage of some of our affiliate ships. And hey, if you got a couple extra bucks sitting around and you want to tip us for what we do here, check out our Pally. We'll see you in a minute. Back, everybody. It's almost Candletide, as our crew have returned to the material plane and stand on the beach of their home, the home that they have made for themselves, Ascension Isle, Phoenix Landing. They look at the soft light coming down towards them as they stand on the beach from the city that it didn't always physically make, but the city is there because of them. And it has expanded quite some time in what they realize has been almost a year since they last saw it. And you can see that there have been new buildings built, a lot more buildings of stone than wood. There's a clock tower that has been erected. There's a fountain that you can hear bubbling further along a cobblestone path that leads into the city. The dock has been thoroughly expanded, and you can see that there are ships docked here of dwarven make, likely from Axios, of the other nearby islands as well. And among all of them, you can see your ships, which seem to be in the repair area, as the Redemption and Cross's Mercy both seem to have sustained some damage. And it is as you're looking around, as you're feeling the feeling of kind of that warm tropical night air on your skin, hearing the sounds of the insects chirping and the birds kind of cawing in the night, and the sounds of the ocean waves crashing in with the high tide, that in your minds immediately a voice chimes in. Everyone, hello, this is Roland. It has been 5 months since Mama Maddie came to me about your impending arrival. I assume you all are dead. Just giving it a shot to see if you're going to arrive at any point. Otherwise, I'm building a statue, telling Mom, and calling that good enough.
The reply is just, we're here.
Get on the cell phone. Yeah, we didn't realize it was gonna be 5 months.
I really
Right.
don't know what happened.
Time got weird. Help.
Time dilation shit.
You look up the cliff where Rollins Keep is, and after a couple of seconds, the front doors swing open. There's a little bit of light, but you can see just the silhouette of a sea elf going.
I look up at Rollin. I look back at everyone else. I don't know about all of you, but the fact that we've been gone, the ship's made it back before us. I'm feeling a little anxious. I'm gonna run. I'm going. Bye.
Bye.
I'll see you later.
Have
And I'm gonna
fun.
just take off my giant ass self because it lasts 24 hours.
Yes, Rollins also. Why is Acacia so big?
I'm going to I'm going to the town / my dad's place.
Yeah,
And,
I'm immediately going wherever my officers would stay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Scarlett because I want to know what happened to the ships.
As you go walking off, your other captains of the Plane of Fire, Yazid, Salzara, the three Afridi. Salzara says, "So that's it then."
Or are you not staying with us here?
Why?
Would you like to spend some time here before you go back?
She looks to Yazid, who's freezing. Again, this is tropical night air, but he's
Right.
just he's so cold here. How do you all do this? And the Afridi who are just giving off this heat. I mean, they're the sand beneath their feet is starting to turn into glass with how much heat they're giving off. You all can go back. I have spent some time here and it can accommodate just fine. See if you can find us a job. No more people shuttling. And the Afridi all nod to her, and one of them just kind of picks up Yazid around the shoulders, and they snap out of existence and plane shift back. Yeah, let's see. So Scarlett, Proximus, and Salzara are all going to find the crew. Winnie, what are you doing?
We all just kind of left you with the dwarves.
Yeah. I mean, and I'm not worried. I figure if anything's wrong with the ships, I'm gonna head, kind of say, okay, Winnie's gonna tour guide it up. Welcome to Ascension Isle. We're gonna be going down into the town of Phoenix Landing, and
They've already run off. They're in the ocean. They're in the
Yeah.
tide, just kind of splashing water at each other.
yeah, don't go out too far unless you can swim. I don't know if you had swimming pools in Halvaruk, but yeah, just be careful.
Agna's looking so far back that she's stumbling backwards, trying to keep her feet as she's just staring up at the stars.
I recommend laying down on your back and just giving it a good old look.
She lets her trust falls herself down into the sand and just thumps and sand
It's
around
big,
her.
I know.
What's that one
And-
called?
Steve?
What's that one called?
I don't know how Winnie is at astronomy. What are the odds that she knows any of these star names?
You might have gotten some osmosis from Acacia.
I mean, because she can
Acasia's been
navigate.
making star maps, yeah.
Well, but there's a difference between knowing which stars are where, but also like it's a different thing to have names for them, you know?
So there's two ways that we could do this. We could do this by survival, which I would say at that point you would be able to like navigate by the stars, recognize them by like that's something you can navigate by. You might not know all the names, but you might know constellations. Or there's nature, where you know their actual names and like the way that they actually shift in the sky and all that. So
I would
you can
argue
go with either or. That's wisdom or intelligence.
that Winnie would probably, they're both not great, but that Winnie would probably go survival because most of her stuff is like book learning and practical use as opposed to like earth stuff. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it's less
That's
nature,
fine.
more like, yeah. Well, not great. 13.
Okay. I think with the 13 though, you don't know the exact names. You can probably point out a couple of the major constellations, but you get a little mixed up. So she's kind of like going, "What's that one? What's that one?" Trick question. I already asked you that one. You said his name was Steve.
I probably won't outright lie, but I'm also like, if I feel at all, like there might be false confidence. Yeah.
Yeah, you'd
I
be
don't
able
know.
to
That one
point
looks
out
like a horse head to me. What about you?
what's a horse?
When he's gonna draw one on the sand. It's like Acacia, but like with a different.
Winnie, I'm so sorry. Roll me a performance check. Let's see how good of a horse this is in sand.
If it's down by the water, it's pretty
It's a
easy.
horse stick figure.
14.
She's gonna be so thrown when
Could
she
you
sees an actual
imagine
horse.
a stick horse, but then with like a more detailed like upper
Yeah, let me
bit?
just say, as somebody who draws a lot, and Michael will appreciate this, horses, one of the hardest things to fucking draw. They're muscular, they don't make sense, they're awful to like flip from pen to paper. And when he's gonna try to do one on sand, one of the worst mediums for artwork.
Fun
So,
horse fact:
yeah.
their front legs are not attached to the rest of their
When I
skeleton.
learned that,
Yeah, it's just muscle
I don't like that
and
at all.
joints and stuff. Sorry, anatomy.
From
for
somebody
horses
that
is
has
terrible.
drawn horse anatomy,
Acacia?
just for Acacia specifically, I forget which parts go backwards and which parts go forwards.
many of
like
them. Not
limbs
enough.
are just weird,
You have to like
and
look
then
up horse muscular systems, and even
Yes.
then it makes you believe there was never a god. There's
Yeah.
I
no
just get
divine
horse
intelligence.
pictures and then
Horses are
draw that
weird.
and put a body up on it.
horses are so fucking weird. They're
Um,
disastrous little children full of accidents and anxiety.
So when you draw a pretty like okay horse in the sand, like it's like
Could be a dog.
what it was
We don't know.
like it's like cave drawing esque horse. Like the points are there, and like you get the outline. It's not just a stick figure. You get like it's not 3-dimensional by any point, but
I got this.
you know you kind of get like, oh, this is the mane and these are the ears, and
Yes,
the
yes.
fattest horse to ever be put to cave walls. And Agna looks and she goes, "That's made up, isn't it? Nothing looks like that."
Hey, GM, horses do still exist, right? Like, I feel like we've been over this.
Yes, yes, you have seen
Yeah.
horses.
Well, like, not that often, not recently.
But yeah, people don't take them on ships.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
To be fair, we've seen more centaur than horses.
You
You
absolutely
in this campaign.
facts.
Yeah.
There
were horses that did travel with the centaur herds.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
But yes, more centaurs than horses you've seen.
I think that's more common to us.
I just, yeah, we'll maybe have some flora and fauna class just to know like what's safe and what's not and stuff. Horses are pretty safe though.
Right.
I mean, they don't have like bitey teeth. Well, they don't eat people. They don't drink wine.
Is that a reference to something?
No, they just don't drink wine. You shouldn't feed it to them anyway. I mean, they'd probably drink it, but it's probably not good for them. They can't throw up either, so you know.
So yes, Winnie, you lay back with Agna and look at the stars and point out the very simple ones, like the mid-seas compass, which is literally just 3 points in the sky, but it's also the one that it really points to like navigate north. So you're able to find that arrow. You're able to find a couple of the other ones, like the little wolf. You do not find the octopus. That one's complex as hell. Maybe like the base of the Eastern Crown, as you're like, oh, well, that's north. That should be east.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you find a few, and after a while, the dwarves like soaking wet. We haven't been this before. Does this go away?
You didn't. Yeah, it does.
We've never had enough water to actually fully.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Let's head on into town and get you all some new clothes and maybe rinse you off with some fresh water. Also don't drink that water. I should have said that straight off the bat.
There's a dwarf in the back.
Yeah. No, sorry.
I would drink so much. Am I going to die?
Just drink a lot of fresh water. And if you start seeing things that aren't really there, let us know. Yeah, it's just salt. It's bad for you, but it's not gonna like kill you straight off. How much did you drink?
A lot.
Oh, buddy. Okay. Yeah. Let's head into town. We have not had a long rest, so they're gonna just walk back to town.
We still look like shit.
Yeah. You look pretty beat up. So Winnie, as you and 25 dwarves somehow Disney princess your way into a sleeping town, Proximus, Scarlett, and Salzara go rushing into town. Marcus as well. You would find your crew quarters have been built, so you know that like kind of in the dock area you can see that some warehouses have been built to kind of like you're starting to have commerce come through. People need to store things that are then going to be transported, or maybe like just gaining money on things that are just stored here. But there also are crew quarters that have been built that are fairly nice, and you find a stone building that has a like lower section of almost a private tavern that's been built into it. And as you walk in, you can see that there's some of your crew who are just asleep at some of the tables. You can hear snoring from one of the back rooms, and you can see that there are stairs that lead up where there's a sign that says officers only. And going up the stairs, you would see that there's a line of doors that all have kind of name tags on the outside of them. So Scarlett, you can absolutely see that, on like one side, it's all of Cross's Mercy. On the other side, it's all of the Redemption. So first up, you do see like Connery's is on the left, and then you can also see Esbin's is on the right, and so on down the line.
I would like to cast Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
And I would like to make the floor shake and my voice loud. Just wakey wakey. Everyone get up.
Okay.
What time is it, Derek? What time did we arrive?
Late. This is like the town is asleep kind of late. Like the lanterns and everything are on like here or there.
2
just to help
a.m.
people who might be you do have like drow and nocturnal folk that are out and about. But immediately to your left you hear like a heavy thump and then a fuck, and Connery opens the door. He's got like his heavy great sword in one hand, and he looks at you, looks you up and down, puts like a paw on your face. Glad you're not dead. What the fuck do you want?
Glad you're not dead.
I'm fine. I mean, What? Yeah, you think?
Have you seen the ships?
That's it.
My ship has holes in it, Connery.
Esmond opens the door, like hears you say, "Have you seen my ships?" and just closes the door.
He knows he was in charge of my ship.
Listen, we ran into a little bit of a scuffle on our way out, not to mention the storm that we sailed through for what felt like a fucking year, but we made it out of it, and on the other side, we found a small armada of Imperial ships, and your ship is bigger and could take more hits, so she did, and she's still afloat, and she made it back, and we took one or two of them with us. You're welcome.
Most important question. Is everyone okay?
No, but that's what happens. The officers, for the most part, are fine. Sammy's still healing a broken wing. It's been pretty hard on himself. Even though you got nothing to be sad about, you sad bastard.
It's just kind of who he is. Leave him alone. I will handle that.
We certainly could have used some help, but as I understand it, we were barely the worst for you there for a few months, and I'm just glad to see that you're back.
We took out fire giants while we were gone.
It's pretty nice. I killed a hill giant myself. Yes, we had hill giants board us for a brief moment, so sorry you missed that.
Okay, well. While you're up, you want to go get the drink?
It's... yeah, why not?
Never too late for a drink.
The rest of your crew, who I wish I had all listed in front of me here.
I'm scared to ask. Where's Ogden?
Oh gosh.
He's fine. He actually was a bit of a help. Well, more of a help than a hindrance, but he kept his shell out of the way when it mattered. And he's found himself a nice little cottage further into the island. I've been checking on him every day, and so far he hasn't been causing problems for anyone.
Alrighty then.
But your see, this is the problem when I create a full world and I can't remember anybody's names. Your cook, the Asimar, she comes running out. Astrid, yeah. She comes running out and gives you a big hug, along with Kigara. Your no, that's not right. The half orc comes running out as well, or the bugbear. Shit, all of them. After you
Surgeon is Ripley, the half orc.
Ripley, yeah,
I believe.
And so after the floor shut, all of the other doors are starting to open now with Connery's voice, and they're all like rubbing the sleep from their eyes. But Sammy's come out. Yeah, Krej, thank you, Krej Kurzagar. Sammy has his wing in a sling. You see that Trosho comes out, and he has an eye patch now. Yeah, you know, definitely Krej has some new scars on her. Ripley looks pretty okay as far as things go, but there definitely was some damage to the ship, some damage to the crew as well, and you know that you definitely lost some faces that might have been familiar to you amongst the regular crew. Nevertheless, they all kind of gather around and are happy to see you, and all come downstairs, and Connery stands behind the bar and begins like doling out drinks pretty heavy-handedly to everyone, and looks over at Proximus. Who's the very obvious red dragon?
I don't know that I picked up on that as quickly as you did. However, and then I introduce her to everyone. Um, it's complicated.
It's pretty bold to bring a red dragon back to a town such as this. The only time I've seen that happen is somebody who, well, you know, first sated the beast, as it were.
And then this is just ignore that and move on to introducing even more people, giving him the bruh. Look,
Honey walks up
Huh.
and is just Noel sniffing all over her. And then just there's a point where she stops and goes, and walks away. You have interesting friends.
that is only the half of it.
Acacia, galloping around the island, feeling that
Sounds like a
wind.
fucking thunderstorm on the cobblestones.
Absolutely. Just as heavy as you are, you definitely know that a couple of the cobblestones crack here and there. But
It's
are you
fine.
galloping through the town, or are you going beachside all around as fast as you can?
Straight path, as straight of a path as possible to Dad's.
Okay. Oh, you're going to your dad's. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, I'm
Um,
going to Dad's.
Cool. In that case, yes, you.
You
are
thought I was going
just
home?
Thrumming. Well, you have two houses. I wanted to.
I do.
Yeah.
Well, I don't
Uh,
have a. I could stay at my dad's, but I wanted to just see them. I can't go indoors anywhere until this potion wears off.
Not most doors. No.
Not even my own door.
Yeah, maybe some castle doors or something. To
I'm gonna be sleeping under the stars tonight.
Yeah. But yes, you gallop straight home. Cobblestones kicked up behind you, cracked under your weight. It's fine. It's aesthetic. You reach your dad's house. The lights are all off. You know that you're almost as big as the house right now in certain parts. How would you like to wake them up?
Where is their bedroom?
Back left of the house.
Okay, I'd like to because I can definitely reach the window. I'd like to gently knock on the window.
Okay. You kind of tap on the window.
Yeah.
And you watch as Curio's lights behind his eyes come on, and the head very mechanically just turns towards the window and sees a giant hand going he goes, ah, oh, hi, and he springs out of bed, shakes the mattress, and Darius gets up, looks over, ah, oh, and they both come running outside and wrap around one of your horse legs. They're about as tall
Nope,
as
they
just,
get lifted up. I am
Yeah,
not
okay.
dead. Apparently, people thought we were dead. I did not
Oh, I
realize
knew
we
you
were.
weren't dead.
People said I didn't realize we were going to be gone on the plane of fire for months.
Yeah. That happens sometimes when you go different places with different time dilations and whatnot. But no,
We
I
were
knew
there,
you weren't
like,
dead.
3
I didn't get that
days.
feeling, that thrum that a parent gets.
3 days turned into what, 4 months?
Yeah, 5. Yeah, almost. Yeah. Yeah.
When did our ships come in?
2 days ago.
Beat us. They look like crap. I missed you.
Hey.
I'm sorry we were gone so long.
I miss you too, kid. Yes, we missed you very much, but we also we knew you would be back in due time, and much as your dad was saying, I hope that you don't have that much interplanar travel in your life because it can be very disorientating. But
I don't want to go back. I don't want to leave the material anytime soon.
I don't blame you. Just one of those things to take into account when it comes to adventure. Sometimes you're going to lose time, and those sorts of sacrifices, well, you need to take them into account. But we're glad to have you back for however much time we can.
I'm sorry for waking you, but in the morning, we need to catch up. On everything that I've missed. I'll tell you everything we've got. If I remember correctly, we have some things we got to talk about. But I'm gonna go to sleep and take a nap.
Where?
I was just gonna go back home and sleep outside.
All right. We could see about how many blankets do we have? Oh, we're gay. We have tons of blankets. Okay.
Like,
we can
this
just,
should wear off. Like, this should wear off. It was just a potion.
Oh,
This
well,
isn't permanent. I hope it's not permanent.
we'll love you all the same.
Thank you, but I also would like to be able to fit inside doors. It was hard enough to start with.
Mhm. Well, find a good spot and we'll bring a bunch of blankets over and just start piling them on.
Okay, I love you. I just wanted to tell you I was back. I'm gonna go to sleep because
Yes,
I
you
think
look-
my fur is still singed.
And yes, there's bruised, bloodied, singed. Please go feel better. We're real happy to have you back, kid.
Okay. I'll give them both kisses. And then I'm gonna just find a place to, like, curl up
Absolutely.
with some blankets.
Cool. Anything anybody else wanted to do in the night?
I mean, just wake up Mama Maddie and or
Yeah.
or like if we have a proper like inn at this point,
There is. Yes.
wake up whoever's at the desk and just get everyone situated for the night and deal with that in the morning.
Let the old woman sleep.
Yeah, and also like they've had a time, they're wet, like just get everyone some towels and like if Winnie has to go to her closet and get some spare outfits, like she'll do it. But yeah, just like get everyone sorted for the night and like, okay, I'll be back in the morning for breakfast and get you all sorted.
So yes, the dwarves find individual space and make use of it. You have to show them that beds can actually be soft, not necessarily just like hard stone. I mean, that's kind of a dwarven thing.
Well, but they've
be
also
fair.
been like second-class citizens or worse for
Yeah.
a while, so it's not like they've been living
Also
in great
that.
conditions. Yeah.
Also that. Okay. When morning arrives, Winnie, what would be your first thing?
Well, no one screamed in her ear that any of the ships were like on fire, so she's going to leave a note on her door that just says she and little Jeffrey have gone into town to keep checking on the dwarves, and she's gonna stop by Mama Maddie's. She's gonna swing by Acacia's because I know Acacia had talked about wanting to maybe help integrate them. So she'll swing by Acacia's, who's not there, right?
No, I went back home and I slept outside my house. I probably
Yeah,
like
okay.
reached in as far as I could to get actual blankets, but I slept outside for the night. And when you arrive, I'm probably at this point back to normal size
Yeah,
in front of my
Acacia,
house.
I what there's two things that are going to happen as you wake up. First of all, make me a dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw.
So you don't fall
as
off
I'm
the
waking,
earth.
as I'm waking up, right?
Yes.
Can this be at disadvantage because I'm sleeping?
Well, you're gonna wake up the moment that it happens. So in the sense
Oh.
that saving throws are kind of like
All right, no, that's fine.
yeah, the how good your reaction time
16.
is. Okay, great. So two things happen immediately as your brain regains consciousness and you open your eyes. First of all, you're going to feel a like peck on the side of your head, like maybe like a sharp jab on the side of your head. And with a giant hand, you were going to swat at whatever this thing is, as you were simultaneously reverting in size.
That's fair.
So you're going to back to normal Acacia size, as a bird is going to go kind of flying off a little bit with its feathers. And as it does, it's going to kind of land and kind of shuffle its feathers back and go, "My God, that was rude."
And I'm like
Wait.
still laying down and I'm like sleeping. I'm just like, you know what? You know what's rude? Bothering someone while they're asleep. Like you like lean up and I rub my eyes.
No, wait. Something's happened. Something's happened to me right this moment. Why am I?
I open my eyes. What do I see?
You see a seagull coming to terms with its new sentience, as a while back you drank from Winnie's tonic of her Havoc's tonic of chaos or whatever else, and up to this point you have not come into contact with a beast, what is classified as a beast. The tonic allowed you to awaken the next beast that you touched. You have now touched the seagull. Seagull that has an intelligence of 3 or less. The seagull now has an intelligence of 10 and is able to speak a language you know, Common, I'm going to give it. The seagull is charmed by you for 30 days, unless you or your allies deal damage to it. And after that point, the awakened creature is going to choose its attitude towards you. But this seagull is going, what am I doing? What is the thing? It's speaking. I'm talking at you a person. You're not a person. You're a centaur. I know that at least. How do I know that word? How do I know what that is? What have you done to me? I kind of like you, though. That feels not like a choice that I have, but still something I'm going to go with for the moment.
Eric, am I able to like piece together anything?
Give me an insight check.
Like, am I able to piece together that this is an effect?
Yeah, give me a puzzle check. Yeah,
Because Acacia, Mare knows shit. What am I rolling? Sorry.
Let's do Arcana, actually, since we are trying to figure out what this is. Let's do
Flat 17.
Okay, I think you can figure out that this is an effect. Did you cast the spell by accident, maybe? You've never awakened anything before.
Oh, I don't... Actively...
But you definitely, like, when you were waking up, you felt a transfer of magic. Because it's kind of just like a little shock.
I think I did this to you, and I'm sorry?
That's all right, I think.
Do you have a name?
I literally just learned what names are, so no. However, I feel it's now important that I be deemed as something besides just seagull.
Seagull. I feel like... Do you want breakfast?
I know what that is now. Yes, I would love some.
All
Maybe
right, we'll
Steven.
figure
Steven
out...
Seagull.
No. I don't think that's... let's brainstorm
You're right.
this.
You're right. Let's brainstorm.
I...
Maybe Brian Storm.
Now that I'm a normal size, I'm going to get you some food.
Yes,
we'll
I do
figure
feel that
this
you are
out.
responsible for me in a very serious way. So I'm going to stand here. I'm going to flap my wings. I have wings.
I'm gonna very perplexedly go inside my house and get breakfast. And seagulls will just eat about everything, so I just grab shit.
Just a second later, you hear like, ah! Just screaming. Sorry, I was just confronted with the eternity of the universe, and it was a lot for a second, but I'm okay. I'm fine. I see your food. Thank you.
I just put down whatever I have, like cheese and stuff that holds well for long periods of time. I just place it down for him. And I feel like at this point, maybe Winnie comes up.
Good morning, Acacia.
Hi, Winnie.
Ah,
Oh,
Winnie,
Chiefs.
Acacia. I've learned names. Hello, I'm Brian Storm. The
No,
seagull.
that's.
Hi.
I don't think. No, I think I
No?
awakened him by accident.
Was he sleeping
Which
with
is
you?
ironic because I awakened you by accident. Haha.
No, awaken with a capital A via a
Whoa.
magical spell.
You can
I
do
just
that
made
I
by
a
thought your
accident?
hair was worms.
You thought my hair was worms.
I wasn't very smart a moment ago.
I was about to say, giving a seagull intelligence is a terrifying thought.
You've already had a big morning. Do you just want me to leave you to it? I was gonna
Nope,
check on
nope.
the dwarves. Okay.
Nope. We're gonna check on the dwarves.
Would
I will help.
you like to come with us, Mr. Storm?
Sure.
There seems to be confusion about the name thing here. Is that your name or no?
He just figured
She's
out what
looking
names are
between
today.
You and
I just
We're
learned
figured-
about names.
We're
Do you have a name suggestion for me?
I'll think about it.
We're gonna think about it.
I don't
Yeah.
like that as a name. It's too long.
That's
I'll
fair.
think about it. Too long.
Well, you can always have a nickname. Like Winnie is my nickname. It's not my full name.
What? Well, don't I need a name to then have a nickname from that?
Yeah, but if your full name was I'll think about it, you could be called I'll think or Ink.
Let's just go deal with the dwarves. Do you want to fly behind us? Do you want to ride on my back?
Yes, that one.
Okay.
We're friends now.
Yes, we are
acquaintances.
friends. You can meet all my other friends.
Remember when it took you forever to call us friends, Acacia? And you finally got there and it was really sweet?
Yep.
We've had some good adventures. I
And
love
now
seeing
you've
your
befriended
friend.
a seagull you just met.
That's right.
The slippery slope.
Yep. Okay.
Is it? Anyway, I'm trying to beat the dwarves awake.
We're gonna go deal with the dwarves. Maybe our new friend can help us wake the dwarves.
Yeah, they probably haven't seen birds before.
They have not.
Oh, I'm one of those.
Also,
You are.
maybe you should try explaining what horses are, because I don't think I did a very good job last night.
Okay. I can turn one into one, and I can show them.
Oh my gosh, you can! Oh my gosh, this just got so much easier.
Or we can just bring them to the stables.
Oh, I could also just. Oh, okay. We've got some good ideas. Now we're cooking with gas.
You're Brian Storming.
Yeah. Oh, you're funny.
Oh,
Hey, we got a long rest, right?
We did.
I know we got back like late, but
you don't have to say it like it's a drug deal. Like, hey man, you got any of those long rests?
look.
Okay. As you all go to check on the dwarves, Scarlett, where would we find, presumably you and Marcus in the morning? Did you go back to your house?
Yes.
Okay. So, as you two wake up in the morning, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh. Dirty 20.
Fantastic. You hear from your kitchen some sort of ruckus. You hear like the sound of like silverware being dropped. Like nothing's broken, but like pots clanging on one another.
Just tiptoe down the stairs.
Yeah, Marcus looks to you. He's got his blade like the back of, holding behind his back as you're coming down the stairs. I don't know exactly your floor plan, but I'm presuming that you can like look out beyond the stairs and like see towards your kitchen.
Yeah.
Okay. You can see the shadow of something moving in your kitchen area, and then you can also see in like your living room area, like around the corner, you can see that there's somebody seated wearing like black leather, patent leather boots that are like crossed, and you can see the legs. You can't see the rest of the person.
I would like to stealthily look to see who the fuck is in my house.
Okay, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
That is a 15.
Okay. Let me stop the wet noises. As you stealth downstairs to try to determine who is in your kitchen, who is sitting in your like one of your nicer chairs, you hear a voice kind of come around. Oh, just come down already. It's not like it has to be some sort of big drama.
Okay.
And as you were to come down the stairs, you would see that the imp Shiv has taken over your kitchen and looks over. Hi, I'm making omelets.
I don't think I have food here.
Oh, I don't know what I'm making. Yeah, the eggs smelled a little funny, but you know.
Get out of my
And
kitchen.
okay. Rounding around the corner, you would see Paimon is sitting in your chair, like steepled fingers, wings kind of curled behind his back to like fit in this chair a little bit, legs crossed. Hello?
This isn't my ship.
No, no, it's not. You didn't specify in your contract that that was the only place that I could visit, so you just didn't say any farewells before you left, and I just wanted to make sure that we were confident that our arrangement would continue on as planned.
Our contract was a contract.
Wonderful. Well,
You'll know if I ever want to break it.
Yes, I will. Well, this makes this quick and easy. Nice visit. You have a lovely home, nice furniture, and I don't know who did your decorating, but whoever they are, they had taste. All right. Well, apologies for your kitchen. Shiv was inspired, but before I go, any services that I can render here or in the city proper?
No.
All right then. Well, should you ever need me, all you need to do is speak my name but thrice, and I shall arrive. Sort of a Beetlejuice sort of thing, but he didn't come up with it. If that's any sort of confidence in that. But don't want to overstay my unwelcome. Then have a lovely time. Whatever candle nights and candle tides and all that. Yes, we'll be going. Shiv snaps his fingers, and Shiv like almost like he's being pulled in the air towards him, like appears right next to Paymon's shoulder. Well, we'll see you all rather soon then, shall we?
Too soon.
Remember, 3 times. Thrice, should you need anything at all. That goes for you too, Ashy Boy. And Paimon will snap both of his fingers, and just a poof of brimstone as he and Shiv disappear.
I press the digitation. The like general just smell and everything. Just no.
Yes, you can Febreze.
No!
You can Febreze your house. Well, that was something.
I guess I did it to myself.
For a good cause.
Was it?
I don't think it does us any good to second guess the decisions that we made for the better good in the moment.
It'll be fine. What does one devil, right?
What is one devil? Marcus will kind of then divert his eyes to the chair where Paimon was sitting. Scarlett, as you follow his gaze, you will see that there is a deck of cards left in his wake. It's in a leather sleeve, has an open eye kind of printed into the leather on the outside of it.
I'll go cautiously pick them up.
On the other side is like a little scrawled note, a little gift for free in thanks for our contract. Consider this a housewarming gift. And then dash letter P.
I'll turn it over and open it. Okay. I'm not pulling anything, but I'll open it.
Yeah. You can see that, again, it's like a leather carrying case for cards. The back of the cards is this like black and gold, very ornate kind of design on the back of it. And if you were to kind of just like flick through the cards, which you can easily do without drawing any, you would see that there are 59 cards.
I don't have the identify spell.
I do. And I have it prepared.
Oh, the convenience. If only you were here.
I'm not that far away.
The short house is not close to town.
I mean, the island's not that big. You have dimension door. Or, I mean, you could. But...
I will close those bad boys up and stash them somewhere nice, protected.
On your person or in your home?
I'll keep them on my person for now.
Okay.
Granted, if they woke us up from sleep, then we'll stash it in my nightgown.
Fair enough. Okay. I will let Scarlett and Marcus prepare themselves for the day. We'll cut over then to Proximus. Proximus, did you go home last night?
Yes.
Did you go home with company last night?
That is a personal question.
Yes.
Because you were in a
I mean, if
bar.
she wanted to go to see where I live and dress comfortably, yes.
Okay. Then we'll cut back the night before as you do get home.
We don't have to.
Well, we do cut back the night before as you do go to your home and like your semi subaquan home and at least get to the terrestrial part of it. And like you go to open your front door. Are you being quiet about this at all? I wouldn't presume, but I do. I want to leave that to you.
I don't.
Okay.
I wouldn't need to be.
I forgot Proximus and Winnie are neighbors.
Yeah.
I mean, not in a duplex, but like
Winnie bangs on the wall halfway through the night.
So, Proximus,
are you doing jumping jacks?
Comes over looking for sugar.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Put your key in the lock. Open the door, and I will need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Oh, sheesh. Let's see. Oh, that's really shitty. 14. But that was a plus 7. Yeah. Proximus is stabbed again.
Yeah, well, out of the darkness, a knife comes flying towards you. 2 knives, actually, one towards Salzara. She catches the one in front of you, and then the other one. And, like, the bioluminescence of Dominaria, like, makes its way out of the shadows, and she goes, "Shit! You're not dead!"
But if I wasn't, who are you throwing knives at?
Somebody breaking into my home. I inherited it from you. You died. I got your home.
We didn't talk about this at all.
Exactly, which is why I made the decision. I am your senior. I am I'm better than you in every way. I assumed that when you died, I would take what was yours. Who is this?
I mean, it is solid logic, okay? I'm not saying that you are wrong.
It is the Triton way. If I killed you in combat, I would take your things. If you
But you didn't
died
kill
next
me in
to me,
combat.
I would take your things. If you knew me a little bit and died and I took your things, they would be my things.
We really need to put some boundaries here.
Waste not, want not. Empty house. Houseless person.
You can have this home. That is okay. I don't have anywhere else to go. So I was planning on making a new place for you also, but if you are comfortable here, you can stay. It is not a problem.
Her eyes like narrow as she's like looking at Selzara now, whose like eyes are narrowing at her with like 2 knives now in her hands. She cut them. She can stay. I am going to sleep downstairs in the water. Don't make noise.
I actually want to sleep down in the water. We were in the elemental plane of fire. I just kind of need to soak for a little bit. So that is where I was going. This
Fine.
also
I haven't
is
changed the sheets anyway.
Zara. She is from the elemental plane of fire. This is Dominera. Dominera is one of my kind from where I am from. Obviously, you heard that she is my senior and better at as a warrior, presumably. Not the last time we fought, but who's counting?
She like, I'm wondering if like Dominera would shake hands. I'm not sure that's necessarily like a thing that she would do.
I mean,
but
is she Xena, warrior princess? Like,
right? She might do like the wrist grab thing.
yeah, definitely like a forearm. Yeah.
She's gonna put a hand out, and Selzar will grip the wrist, and she goes, "Actually, I was just wanting my knives back, but that's also okay." You smell like a dragon.
Salzara has special magics.
She like her eyes narrow even more, and she looks over at you, and she goes, "Really? Fine.
What?
Respect. Nothing. Sleep wherever you want. I'm leaving. I am not going to be anywhere near this."
Why are you acting like this? You are in my home. I just came back.
You died.
I am happy to see you.
Nope. I'm glad you're not dead anymore. Whatever. I'm going somewhere
Glad
else.
you're not dead anymore. Okay.
Yeah. It's been 5 months. Conrad told me about the time that he killed you.
Yes. I might have had a hand in that. But again, who is counting? I am happy to see you too. Even though you don't want to say it. But it is okay.
Dominera like pushes past you, goes walking off into the night. I will find somewhere else to sleep. It is not a big deal. And you'll feel Selzara's grip like talons into your shoulder, dig a little bit deeper. We'll fade to black again. Proximus, make me a Constitution saving throw in the morning.
That's actually better. Oh, nice. 24.
Great.
I feel great.
Well, it's a sliding scale, isn't it?
You do have an auto crit if you need it.
Yeah. You feel pretty
I wouldn't
okay
take it.
considering like what you went through. Like your house is a little roughed up.
Demolished.
There's some singed parts here or there. And you wake up to the sound of leathery wings like beating the wind as something massive flies away from your home, and you wake up alone.
Man, this is twice. I get ghosted twice.
Yeah. Well, let's say the Proximus has the type, yeah. Okay.
Not dangerous.
There
like
is
the
no
bite.
such thing as character bleed. Moving on.
Yeah, Michael and I did a hear me out cake, like we all know. Okay. Morning arrives. You all wake up and head towards the center of the city, where you were going to check in on dwarves and perhaps prepare for some candle hiding. Candle tiding. Yeah. There's candle nights, which is a McElroy thing, and that's also like a thing, and it's fine. My brain's mixing them up, but yeah, candle tiding. So when we come back next time, there will be some festivities. We're gonna have a festival episode, as Phoenix Landing is enough of a city now that it can accommodate as such. So maybe some games, perhaps some mysteries, and some more answers given as we prepare to round out season 4 and prepare for season 5. Kaila, you have Mare. You both have hands.
Mayor's first.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to just say that, like, maybe like at the very, very end, as we fade out for the end of the session, like, to be turning to my seagull friend and being like, "What do you think of the name Piper?"
Makes me feel charmed.
Piper it is. Piper Storm.
Like I said, Piper. I get it. Piper Storm.
Also sandpipers.
Yes. He's just gonna every now and then, like every 30 to 45 seconds on the back of you, just go, "Piper Storm, that's me. Hello. Walking through town. Hello, I am Piper Storm, the seagull. Hello.
Not the weirdest thing they've seen.
No, yeah.
Some people saw the dragonfly off this morning.
Yes. Yeah, there's a couple of like warning bells that are going off now as people are like, "Dragon! No, it's
Wait,
not.
but wait, it's flying away.
It's way away from us. Where'd it come from?"
First of all, a red dragon.
Yeah, flying away. Let's fly away from Proximus' home. He's dead again. Okay.
This is how you know we don't have insurance, because Proximus has destroyed his house twice now.
Kaila.
I would like to send a note off to Connery.
Okay.
Via delivery via Serona, because she is my most trusted
Yes, absolutely.
being.
What would you like for it to say?
I will message you.
Fair enough. Okay. Then join us next time to perhaps find out what that message said. Or maybe not, if I forget. But regardless, see more of this wonderful cast doing this wonderful thing that they do for more Horizons Call. We're getting close. This is episode 27. So we got 3 more episodes before the end of the season. So stick around for more next time. I'll have those lovely people say more about themselves and where you can find more of them. Then we'll do some channel news stuff, and then we'll let you get back to your night. And we're gonna have a movie night tonight. I'll get to that here in a minute.
Oh.
But Mare, why don't you start us out real quick?
Hey, I'm Mare. I use they, she pronouns, and you can find me on all applicable social media, Archmage of Dice. I'm not really doing too much right now, just here doing the Horizons Call, but I'm going to be starting the finale of Journey to Book's End, my Cypher fairy tale game, starting on the 6th. It's probably going to be a 2-part game, so part 1 will be on the 6th, and the second game, part 2, will be on the 13th. Also on the 2nd next week, Zenith is also coming back with its finale. I run tech, I don't actually play, but yeah, come join us, folks. And I don't know, I'll also have a one-shot 2-person game that I ran with Eva releasing on the channel at some point once I figure out how to edit the video.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mare. Next up, we have Eva.
Hi, hello, it's me, Eva. You can find me here every Saturday for the next 3 Saturdays, I think. And I don't know, I'll be back with stuff here soon. But on the schedule, that's pretty much it. Yeah, you can find me on BlueSky at EvaSarate. You can find me on Twitter at TheEvaSarate. It's just I don't post a lot, so you know, I'm just here.
We're happy to have you. Next up, Mikyl.
Hi, fam. I'm Michael. You can find me at Michael Sandoval, usually on Instagram, trying to get my Blue Sky up and running. So I'm going to start posting on there and posting art and stuff like that I do. But most of all, you can find me as I am a Sword and Key exclusive, like most of us, on the Sword and Key Discord, and where I have a channel, and you can hang out in the Horizons Call chat, where we post a whole lot of stuff, and it's a great little community. So, come hang out with people that I care about the most. Usually right here.
Special thank you as always to Mikyl for the artwork that you see on this screen, also for Humblewood and Veasan previous games, for Zenith, for just so many things. Mikyl is absolutely incredible, and yeah, cannot appreciate him enough for the hard work that he contributes to this channel. So special thank you as always. Last but absolutely not least, we have Kaila.
Hi, hello, I'm Kaila. I have been your Siren Storm Sorcerer, Scarlett Shores, and making deals with the devils. One devil, really. I am a Sword and Key exclusive. You can find my socials at KMC at _ if it doesn't pop up. Yep.
Alrighty. Well, folks, that's it for Horizons Call, but not it for Sword and Key, as we have some cool stuff coming your way. Let's see, today is the 28th. So we meant to have a movie night last night, but I forgot it was Friday, so we're doing it tonight. Literally, as soon as I end this call, I'm going to start movie night over on our Discord. You can join our Discord and see all of our stuff at beacons.ai/Sword and Key. Hang on our Discord. We do movie nights typically every other week. Throughout the month of December, we've been doing them weekly. We're trying to do like holiday-esque movies. So this is like the end of December when like we're doing action movies tonight. So we're doing Violent Night from 2022 and the original Die Hard from 1988, since they are holiday action movies and less in the spirit of giving that than what we did last week. We'll be taking next week off for the movie nights, and then continuing on in January 10th. But like I said, those are strictly in our Discord. So if you want to hang out and watch those, you're welcome. It is free. All you gotta do is join up. Other things on our beacons, you can find links to our affiliates. We are affiliates with currently 3 wonderful businesses that have wonderful products. We have Eldritch Foundry if you are looking to get some custom minis for yourself. Some stuff you're not going to find on Hero Forge. I know that's really the big name custom minis, but Eldritch Foundry has some pretty unique stuff, some pretty unique options, and especially if you're looking for like really cool bases for your characters, like the bases, mounts, whatever you want to call them. That is definitely the place to go. We're also affiliates with Wishbone Cosmetics, which is a cosmetics company that is vegan, cruelty-free, what do I say, queer-owned, UK-based, and they make palettes that are based off of like fantasy kind of genres. We're also affiliates with Hit Point Press, which is really our big one. So especially if you're going to be buying anything for yourself, personally, I just bought the Humblewood Tales and Griffin Saddlebag 2, which is new out. You can also get the really cool cover if you're looking to get all fancy with it. But I just picked up both of those off their website, and you can use our custom link if you are looking to purchase anything off of Hit Point Press. Helps us out to do that. Plus, you can get your discounts as well. It's a great company. They have animated spell cards, games like Heckna, just tons of stuff. If you're looking to get anything for yourself in this post-holiday season, or anyone else. You can also find our ongoing philanthropic endeavors. Games like Journey to Book's End and Zenith are raising money for Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. We still have a couple of games raising money for NAMI, National Alliance for Mental Illness. And then we raise money typically throughout the year for causes like Canine Companions for Independence, Fauna and Flora International, which Humblewood raises money for. Lots of cool stuff like that. Also, links to the podcast Monster Crush, which is a podcast that I do with my friend LD, where we talk about different cryptids, creatures, miscellaneous monsters from myth and how smoochable they are. So check that out wherever podcasts are found. But yeah, all of our socials, everything's on our beacons, beacons.ai/sword and key. Most of our socials have underscores between the words sword underscore and underscore key. That's Instagram, BlueSky, and Twitter. Going back to our calendar, we have, again, the movie night coming up soon, tonight. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific time, we have the return of Humblewood Yonderbound. Speaking of them raising money for Fauna and Flora International, Fauna and Flora International is a wonderful organization and typically helps us to incentivize. So we are going to be giving away pins every episode until we reach our finale. And, well, we actually have 5 pins, so I'm not going to promise every episode, depending if we go longer than 12 episodes, which we probably will. But we have 5 pins to give away. We'll give away 1 per episode. And then also, if we hit a certain goal, we're going to be giving away a code for a free hoodie, which you can purchase. There's a lot of really great options on their website. And if you love pangolins, they got pangolin options. Also, after that, at 3 p.m. Pacific time, is the return of Night of Fright 2, Night of Fright 2 Part 2, which is a continuation from a game we played back in October. I'm sure everyone remembers exactly what we were doing. I know I do. It'll be great. We'll wrap up that, and again, that is in support of NAMI, National Alliance for Mental Illness. Then New Year's is going to happen. We're not really doing anything over New Year's, but please have a safe holiday. Take care of yourself and others, as always. And then Zenith will be back on the 2nd, and I believe that is their penultimate episode, as Zenith will then conclude on the 9th. Zenith plays on Thursdays, 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. Horizons Call will be back on the 4th at 3 p.m. Pacific time, plays every Saturday up into our natural conclusion as well for season 4. We'll hit episode 30, so that'll take us, see, 29, 30. So we'll probably wrap up the 18th if we play consistently, but also it's important to take time off. Let's see, other stuff. Journey to Book's End will wrap up on the 13th, but we'll play on the 6th and 13th of January at 3:30 p.m. Pacific. 3:30 p.m. Pacific time on Mondays. That is the Cypher game run by Mare. Fantastic game. Definitely check it out. And you got a week, 2 weeks. You got a week to like catch up on our youtube.com/swordandkey. Other than that, Gate Night, which is the only video game streamed here on Sword and Key, will be back on the 7th. That's Tuesdays, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, where Shadow LD and I play Baldur's Gate 3. It is also Shadow's birthday on the 8th, so I want to shout that out. And then the last thing to note going into January is we have the Woodland Gods one-shot, which is a continuation from October. The Hack of Woodland Gods, which is run by Anik, will be at 10 a.m. Pacific time on January 17th. We will have more stuff out in January as well, including some applications for games like Cursed Captains of Cthulhu and Mice of Legend. Probably some more stuff as well. I did see some new emails, so we might have some more stuff to offer as well. But keep an eye out for that. We're also going to be doing another Marvel multiverse game. Lots of cool stuff. That's always on our Discord first, and then goes to our socials second. So I know that was all a lot. I'm going to go ahead and pause it right there. Thank you again for sticking around. Thank you for watching another Sword and Key production, and thank you to these wonderful people. Yeah, I know it's a holiday season. It's kind of that weird period of time before New Year, so make sure that you try to remember what day it is, unless that stresses you out, in which case forget it completely, but just take care of yourself and others, and fair winds following seas, brave mariners. We're going to be raiding somebody, I'm sure, so spread some positivity over there.
Singularity roleplay.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Thank you all. Take care.